Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with game number 2. It is best of 3 series. It is a best of 3. Don't chill me. In the Starlight and I-League Invitational European Open Qualifiers. The very last round. The winner of the series will move on to claim their spot in regional qualifiers. The loser is out of luck. It's as simple as that. In SFTe-sports, I was telling you guys about how impressed I was with their performance in other tournaments, and they did not disappoint in the last one. Thompson's Invoker. Pretty good all around, very well thought out draft, and good performance from everyone on the team, really. There's no really big standout performer that you can name without with being comfortable, not accounting for anyone else as well. The Wii stack, well, they had some issues. They could not quite make the lineup work. They just had too many problems in lane. Hang on. Everyone keeps being confused about best of ones. And I had best of 3 on screen the entire time. I don't know. I have no idea what it says best of 1. Alright. This bothers me. Because it's not just like the one guy that says it, it's like every once in a while for like 2 hours or so. Oh, best of 1 finals? What? You know, it's best of 3, guys. It is best of 3. Oh man. Might still be 1 game left though. Maybe if SFTe-sports can pull it out again. Doom, an ancient apparition. Doom was also a hero that they pulled out in a series that I casted in Well Play the other day. Also the Warlock in that one, and the classic Illidan CK, so we'll see if they want to bring that to the table as well. So far it wouldn't be the worst. At the same time, I don't know. Can deal with Beast Master. Could be a bit annoying in lane perhaps, but the Lich Chain Frost is something that's very hard to actually deal with as a CK. SFTe-sports, though, they do have the very last pick going into this draft, so they can then decide whether they can afford last pick CK or there's too many counters. Right on top of the score.
Radiant team pick.
No. I don't see a best of 1 anywhere. I mean, it doesn't have the indications. If you were talking about that, normally best of 3s have these notches in the drafting screen now, but the Faceit bots that make these lobbies don't actually have the coding to do that. So that confuses you. Then I can understand that. All right, back to the drafts. Necrophos taking care of Urshak, actually made it to the second banning phase. But not out of it, so as expected. And SFTe-sports. Is it gonna be the Warlock? Is it gonna be something else? The Clockwork. Alright, so 4-position Doom. Or 4-position Clockwork. They're kinda interchangeable in that regard. But I like the Clockwork with the Ancient Apparition as well. Like if you have a safe laner that works well alone. Oh yeah, right. Right, in the middle. Right. Forgot to change that. I have 2 different versions of the screen. And one says best of 3 and one says best of 1, and took the wrong one. Sorry about that. Now I understand everything. But I had best of 3 in another text up top. Alright. Anyways. Enough about that. I better hide the chat right now. I'm just gonna be distracted all game. It's something I don't normally do for good reason. But yeah, Sanking. Pretty strong. Good against Clockwork as well. Can always get out of the cogs. And there's the Invoker again. Oh man. We're in for another treat. This time, wouldn't be too surprised if he actually goes Quasi-Exort though. I mean, you have a really good setup for early sun strikes with the Clockwork. If he catches anyone inside the cogs, it's generally an easy kill. I was also saying how I like it with the Ancient Apparition. Just because, once again, if you catch someone inside the cogs, it's an easy stun with the cold feet. Some good inherent synergy in there. The last pick could be Faces Void even from SFT. Definitely fits well into the draft. The Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, Invoker. Clockwork not so much, but hey. Can't have everything. We'll see. Whereas for the Wii stack, if thinking probably the 4 with the Beastmaster in the offlane. Could be the other way around, could be a bit more greedy. Trying to run the Sanking offline and the Beastmaster just jungling it up, but I don't think SFT will allow that. It is exploitable, especially if you run the Clockwork in 4 position. You can put a wrench into that. Same for the Doom, though, as well. Again, both heroes very interchangeable in these kind of roles.
Radiant team back.
Ooh. Interesting. I wonder if this is gonna be a mid Phantom Lancer. Because that was the one counter back in the day, the SEA region, against Invokers. They used to run Phantom Lancer against Invoker mid all the freaking time. So I wonder if they want to go back to that and try and be annoying that way. And SFTe-sports, I don't actually have very good ways of dealing with him, unless, once again, Invoker. Thompson has shown that he does like the Quas Wax, and that's a pretty good way to deal with the Phantom Lance. If you manage to land the Tornado and catch him with the EMP before the Doppelganger comes out. If he dodges it, well, you're still in trouble. In the laning stage, you also don't have the best tools to deal with the constant spam from the Phantom Lance, or Spirit Lance as it's called. It's bit interesting how that matchup works out throughout the game. Last bans, what do you take away here? I have no idea. Oh. Look, they might not have an idea either. Just spending a lot of time trying to think about their last ban and this Ember Spirits. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be made, but I think it might just very well be the mid Phantom Lancer, which would mean they're looking for another one. At that point you could just go Troll Warlord or something classic.
10 seconds remaining.
They can deal with Clockwork and or Doom in the offlane.
5 seconds remaining.
Want to go safer, you can even go Weaver, I think. Well, he might be, yeah, he's decent enough against Clockwork as well. Time that's out of the cards if you get caught. Oh, we'll find out in about 30 seconds at most. We have no idea.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team
Thinking about this Queen of Pain, alright.
Of pain.
Alright, I was wrong. No Phantom Lance in middle lane. Feels sad, man. But yeah, let's meet Phantom Lance safe. He can deal with Clockwork. Can deal with Doom, it's absolutely fine. Speaking of Doom, yeah, if he can catch the right Phantom Lancer later down the line, obviously it's an easy kill, same for the Queen of Pain. So at that point, or in this sense, these are very bold picks. At the same time, the Doom's doing what's a Doom. A Doom's gonna do what a Doom's gonna do, right? You just have to accept it. You have to play around it, right? The moment you get scared and try to counterpick against that in particular, you just gimp yourself too much in terms of hero pool, I feel like. And there's plenty of ways that Queen of Pain can be effective in this game. Alright, is it gonna be the Faceless Void? Oh, so far off. Gyrocopter, okay. And they played that in that last series as well? No, it was another team. Right. It's a hero that props up every now and again. And I like seeing him, don't get me wrong, but I'm still not entirely convinced about its efficacy. Yeah. He can definitely do a ridiculous amount of damage. It's one of the old classics against Phantom Lance as well, if you think about it, just with the flak cannon. There's been a lot of discussion about the about how well the axe works out. So yeah. Really curious for this game. SFT, they have the chance to pull it home, to bring it home. Pull out another victory here and punch their ticket to the regional qualifiers of the Starlight Eye League Invitational for the European region. And for the Wii stack, well, they need to win this one if they want to keep their own hopes alive. And even if they do, they have to win another. Here we are. Another thing that's confusing to me is that also in this versus screen, the radiance on the top again, but on the map it's on the bottom. So I wish they'd changed that, but hey, you can all get to know these players one more time. Exo here on the Ancient Apparition. This time around, it's not being spotted out, placing that ward. At the same time, they also didn't spot out the dire side, placing down these very interesting wards. Right, they keep going for these. Even last game, the unconventional ward spots. Also, the sentry blocking out this small camp, and this is not a normal D ward spot around here, so there's little chance that they catch both of these, which means that this ward will survive and provide vision throughout the entirety of its lifespan. Question is, how valuable will that vision be? Right? I mean, is anyone even going to be there? I guess Paxu when he walks towards Bounty Ruins. Maybe at that point, Tanking can try and run him down. Maybe that's the idea behind that. This one in mid, much more straightforward. Just to try and help out the Queen of Pain against the Invoker. Fairly even matchup for the most part, right? Queen of Pain's gonna do the Shadow Strike. Invoker is gonna Quas Wax and heal it up. And Nico also doing clockwork things. Did manage to leave the range creep through, so... And does have another W if he wants to throw that one out. But, yeah. Only having the range creep let go like that and just creeps being staggered like this means that the lane's actually going to push into you. That's all you're really looking for. You want to have that free experience. Okay. Denied in mid actually. The one and a half Weehan cancelled, but 2 was there. 12 to deny, so no first blood missed just yet. Thank you so much, SCSD. Thompson obviously is... any Invoker level 1 is very much susceptible to these kind of ganks if you're not careful. Bottom lane, the Ice characters working up against each other. Yeah, he keeps threatening, he keeps looking for this burst strike, and there it is, cancelled with the follow-up slow. Throwing out a couple of right clicks, he shouldn't die to this, by all rights. Oh, Tornado. Very low range, very short time. He might still die here with this commitment, but cancel. Another deny! And this is the actual first blood. STSD. On the money with this. He's sticking around and he knows why. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. And get some free experience. There was a big creep wave coming through. So Invoker's gonna be sad about missing out on this, but ST will reach level 3. And he definitely deserved it. So. Yeah, the thing is, can't do much more unless ST finds a good creep. The Satyr would be a good one, yes. Throw down 2 shockwaves to try and harass a little bit. You have the region to sustain yourself. On top of the Scorched Earth, so it's pretty good. Cancel now, he's taking a lot of damage.
Regeneration.
Ancient Apparition can't really do anything to help out there. Especially not level 1, right? You have level 2, level 3, you can throw down a cold feed to just try to make them think twice about where they go. Maybe with the gold stuff you might even get it to proc. But right now he needs to find his own experience stacking and pulling, but Saxa is doing his best to try and mitigate that. Now we've seen his lane down bottom as long as the Lich is there, sacrificing creep every other wave. Also, make sure that you stop missing out. Meanwhile, mid again. But this time, no bigger commitment. Clockwork throws down a rocket. Now, Tornado, Cold Snap, no follow-up, apart from shockwaves. So. I was casting a lot with Delta, Foxtrot, Bravo, and Neff. And they were having discussions about the Doom. This is very much a classic build that he's going for. The max out of the Scorched Earth. 1-1-1 and then max out W. Obviously get Doom when you can. Down bottom. Double Boar. Vex is in trouble. Illidan can try and fight this, but only level 1 Rocket Barrage. It's not nearly as effective as it needed to be. That's level 2. Maybe they can get a counter kill of Force Kezu back as it stands. Themselves a free kill here, but yeah, it's Scorched Earth is very much a classic build that allows you to just walk in. And I believe DFB or Neff, either one of those, they were making the argument for a max out on the Infernal Blade. As it stands right now, looking to run down Kezu with the rocket landing. That will be enough to get that kill and another swipe for Saxa. Yeah, we saw that happen. Clean dive. Illidan still has Self to work with. Not a lot more mana though. Bit of an issue. That's what the man go, worst comes to worst. Meanwhile, mid, Hobson, he's level 3, but he's gonna get gone on again, and this time there's no Doom to deny him, so he's trying to go for the TP, it's not gonna happen. Tornado just not lasting long enough at this early level. Yeah, the argument for the Infernal Blade is just vex it out, you can use it every 4 seconds. It's actually a ridiculous amount of damage if you get it early. But I haven't seen a lot of Dooms try and go for that. Also because, oh god no, you track him down again. Also because it does cut into your mana quite a bit. But now, Scorched Earth keeping alive, Tornado on to cancel, he TP's back. Burst strike from Weha. Makes it past the hills. Actually coming back, it does have another burst strike, another couple of seconds. But it doesn't decide to try and wait, it just makes a beeline for the shrine. Cancel is patiently waiting for him. This bottom lane though, a bit of a disaster despite the Gyrocopter. Normally he's known to be a very early game focused carrier hero. All the rocket barrage damage, but if you get kited by the boss and if you're fighting with all these different units next to you, it is underwhelming. If you can isolate a target, rocket barrage does a ridiculous amount of work. But failing that, it's not gonna be enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And there's his own jungle isn't safe, even Ancient Apparition gets gone again. Weha to use the burst strike though, he does have the W. And there's essentially available for STSD. So he throws it out now. They will lose Paxo, sucks and makes rotation in, 1-4 on trade as a result. Oh, well, maybe not. Weha's not even dead. Damn, I thought he was surely gonna take out to the Scorched Earth. Makes his way out of there. Now just solo shrines to get right back into business. Great start here so far for the Wii stack. Top lane as well, I mean, this Phantom Lads, I haven't talked too much about this lane, that's because nothing's really been happening, but Nikwa, he's been getting his levels, sure. He's been unable to really pressure Timado all that much, with a full level ahead and sitting on top of the CS chart. Phantom Lancer with free farm. He does need a while to really get going. Need like Treads Aquila. Or like some Phantom Lancers like to go for just normal boots into quicker boots of travel. Okay, Doom. Back down by 3 years down bottom. Paxu just goes for the TP. We'll be able to survive and... this Panjara counter, yeah, Lydon, what do you do? We'll go for a different lane, surely. Can't farm down there. See if they want to TP back or if they want to try and switch lanes with the clockwork. Not gonna be the deal once again because of the level disparity. And there's nothing really stopping the Wii stack from making the appropriate rotations themselves and keeping the pressure up top instead. Rough place to be in, especially with this middle lane also being pressured so hard. Link across, Thompson doesn't get the tornado as a result. And okay, just gets nuked down without even having to expend the dust. Cancel. Does have enough mana for another blink. We have not enough mana for another burst strike though, so he'll take out two Nikwas. Rocket Barrage. Battery Assault. Oh, I see him. Hookshot, not quite in range though. Oh, is it? Is it? Ah.
Worthy tribute.
And throw it out if he guesses. Oh, what? What? Alright. That's interesting. Meanwhile, down bottom, here's actually fight going on. Saxa drops the ultimate, not gonna ban. Pexus here as well. Coldfeet not gonna proc, and now Lydon. Oh no. He has level 6 there, maybe they can turn this around, but as it stands, Kezu showing us his own level 6. Pexus gets a kill on Saxa, but at what cost? 2 heroes down for the price of 1 support. STST too late to the party to try and change that fact in any way. SFTe-sports seems to be struggling right now to get a grip on this early game. 3k ahead already on Wii stack, and a lot of that is on the Phantom Lancer. And again, I'm just gonna get into that a little bit earlier. Do need a little bit to get going. It's gonna go for the Aquila. No early boots of trouble for him, as he opted for the Treads, but would still be fine. This is the Defeated Blade queued up right after, and once you have that, you can start joining fights. Start pressure towers with the rest of your team and have a great impact. The earlier that is, the better. On top of that, you have a Beastmaster. You already have the Medallion of Courage on him, Kazu. And for this utility, Warlock is going to get some extra levels into the Inner Beast and the Wild Axis for some extra damage. Not to mention the Roar being such a strong utility. Almost guaranteeing a kill early on. Oh. ED Rune denied. So there's a possibility that all of this will change soon. This early game has been a bit of a disaster for SFT, but now you have level 600 Doom. You have level 600 Clockwork. You've had it for a while actually, Nikwa. But unable to really find the opening apart from this one kill, one return kill on the Sanking. But gonna have to try and make use of this hookshot and the Doom. Worst comes to worst, both of them together. Like hookshot to set up for the Doom to walk in, maybe under cover of smoke, and Doom up the Queen of Pain or Doom up the Phantom Lancer, one of those. Get these kills. Just try and get these heroes away from bottom lane. They might start roaming a little bit more themselves now, seeing how the tier 1 has fallen. But what you need is space for the Gyrocopter to farm, and for the Invoker to continue getting his levels. They need some time to catch up, and it's down to Clock and Doom to make that happen. Another big thing would be level 6 Impact, so he's getting pretty close. Once you have that, you can combo it up with any one of these other two that I mentioned, and provide that extra bit of damage. So far they're biding their time. Illidan hanging around down bottom. He does have the call down right now. Plenty of people seeing him, the rockets coming through. Call down, he's already dead, but this time They were looking for more. We have with the epicenter bring the ST down to half. Kezu slowed down. The tower will finish him. Help finish him off. And we have in the back. Yeah, will be knocked out of it. Another burst strike. Slowed down by the purge. Well, I was just about to say, man, if you get the call enough, at least your team can react and make some trades out of it. It's not sure how much of a nice thing that is. Cancel. Oh, gets doomed up. The cold snap doing enough. The EMP to follow. There it is. DSD gets a kill. I think they try to give it to Dobson, but lost the right click. Not quite strong enough. He doesn't have a draw range in this game to buff him up, so a little bit less. Hang on. Want you to Alright, sorry, I'm back. Deal with something really quick. Right, Kazu. Xing out the enemies now, so it's a lot of push potential whenever they group up. Middle lane, oh look at this, STSD looking to try and bait out tops and go for a tornado EMP on the Sand King. Now, out of mana does have the stick charges to work with. Ice Blast though on the other two. Cancel, force a blink back, throws down the ultimate still. Thompson dropping low, but not low enough. Nikoa with the turnaround here, and also the roar. But no one's died just yet on the right side. Kezano, next one, he's super slow. The gold feeder blocking him. Illidan right in the middle. Gonna be able to bring him down at the same time. Weah is not even dead yet. This is the first one they went on, but sucks out. Well, cold snap with the urn. That ought to be enough, surely that is. And rocket flare, of all things, the one that's finishing up Weah. Nice indeed, Paxton says it. 4-for-1 trade. This is what they were waiting for. This is what they were hoping for. The Doom, the Clockwork. Just helping out, providing this chaos in the front line for the Gyrocopter, and Thompson also getting into his own, getting these couple of levels. So Tornado EMP is actually the menace that we know it to be, instead of just being like a super short range and super low duration as it is in the early levels. He is now a force to be reckoned with, and the restack, they just felt it. Raw being used, Sonic Wave used without really getting anything. And the reason they got Doom was an epicenter in the backlines, as is Scorched Earth time now. So. Also like his decision, his itemization and his creepization, is that a word? But he went for the Purge creep, holding onto it for quite a while now. It's a lot of mana, but he went for the mana boots to offset that. And it's a really powerful ability. Lasts for 5 seconds, 3-second cooldown, so you can blow someone down indefinitely almost. Tomato. Of course, though, he's still gonna be an issue, like, and so are the rest of their course. Despite that fight, still in the top 4 with 3 of their heroes. Clockwork is the only one who's in that 5k area. But the ones that need to be there, Thompson and Illidan, are still a little bit away. And Tomato especially. If he keeps farming and farming, no one's really stopping him. All he has in Field of Blades. Going for the Mask of Madness now, isn't he? And that's something that a lot of people have theorized about. But now, Tomato actually gets caught by the cold snap. We'll purge that one off. Tornado not actually catching the real one now. Thompson in a bit of trouble. They get the Doom on the real target though. So they'll be able to run him down. Maybe go for the Knight with no one's there to do it. Meanwhile, the fight actually breaks out and back. They find the Lich on top of that. Kezu brought down by Nikoa. He's trying to run on Pex, so the Sonic Wave will finish him off, but now cancels in the middle of that. Does get some covering fire from Weha, but not enough. The cold snap prevents him from blinking. Attack again, not quite, but another 4-for-1 trade, an even better one. It's only the The ancient apparition going down, but popping the big one.
Radiant's top
Phantom
tower
Lancer going
is
down.
under
Clutch Doom once again. STSD, he's on the money with these.
Dire's middle tower
With this
is under
entire gameplay, and this is something that the restack, they might not be ready for this because, I mean, let's be real here. When was the last time we see Doom played regularly in competitive Dota? It's been a while.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
SFT bringing this hero out of the woodwork as a kind of a pocket pick, and it's working out so far. All that is space for Illidan and Invoker to try and catch up. Hobson level 13. Base boost drums again. Weeha. Let me track down and just use the Sandstorm. Does another one plus some burst strikes. They want to kill him, they're gonna have to dive deep. And they will. One level 1 rocket.
Tower is under attack.
And good one. But also good burst strike. Weeha should be fine.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What? Oh wow, maybe not. Flag cannon. Oh no!
Is under attack.
I didn't see it, but yeah, of course.
Tower has fallen.
That is much longer range than normal right attacks, right-click attacks. Pretty good. Meanwhile, ancient apparition dies down bottom as they pressure the tier 2. TP comes through from Nikwa to try and shoot them away. Does have some help from Invoker a little bit further back. Dobson doesn't have too much mana. Throws down a tornado.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Might one of the Beastmaster critters. Can't prevent the tower kill. Alright. Gyrocopter also going for the Aghanim Scepter, about 1,000 gold away. I was touching on that slightly earlier. There is a bit of a discussion around it. Some say that it's like a waste of money, like don't do too much damage anyways. If you do fight gunner that you can't even control, it's like people say like, oh yeah, it's a farming tool. Other people swear by it and say it's like essentially a constant double damage. It's,
Dire are scanning.
I don't know. I think it's fun, and if you can get away with it, you should get it for sure. The thing is, Gyrocopters are here that needs so many other things as well. Like, you need health points, you need a BKB. You Hurricane Pike or something these days. That buying an item like an axe is you need to justify it. You need to be able to justify it.
Pain without
I think it's the best way to put it.
consequence.
I'm pretty sure Illidan knows what he's doing. Of course, I'm gonna eat my hat if that ends up being a Skadi, Skadi rush, but what do we see that coming? Like, well, okay, force stuff away. Oh, he has that going to Doom. They get it on the right one again, plus the Ice Blast should be. Oh, the hook shot on 3 with the cogs and the epicenter in the middle of that too. Not sure if that's what they wanted here. The Chain Frost comes through. Thompson only now the tornado. No EMP to follow just yet, but there it is. The disarm instead. Damage over time still going. They finish up another one, and they do see Weeha on the side. A lot of damage actually being done from the Sandstorm. Just a little bit more damage, but Weeha once again survives on a sliver of HP. Ah. Well, almost 1337 extra gold for SFT. But yeah, another great team fight. They lost the clockwork, but damn that hook shot. Catches 3 people, the 4th one burst strikes in with epicenter. Sure, he'll take it. That helps him wish he was, he had an Aghanim Scepter there. Cycle through spells like a maniac, just drop everything on top of it. Man. Despite everything, he's still keeping up in terms of net worth. And Beastmaster, 7.6k, also holding a gem. Wound of Pain, also in the same area. He will Scepter, the Veil completed. And Tomato, just 2k ahead of everyone else even. And he did put that into Mask of Madness, but we've seen how much his net worth really counts for if he gets doomed up. If he gets doomed, he's an easy target. So I think what he needs is Lincolns. He's going for the Manta Star though. It's a build that's no longer a must-have on Phantom Lancer, I feel like. More optional. But obviously still very much viable. Alright. At the very least this time around as well, in terms of objectives, it is the Wii stack who have the upper hand. They claimed 4 of the 6 outer tier towers. And they're still holding on to a little bit of a gold lead, right? But the thing is, the top 4 are all in very similar range. Top 4 on the Radiant side. The only one who's far off is the Ancient Apparition, and he has a Strength boots, so it's anything else he gets beyond this point is luxury. And Tomato, oh, they get the real one again! It's isolating from the pack! They make it look so easy, they're just farming him at this point. ST with that with that Shadow Blade, making tremendous use of it. Mid? Okay, what's happening here? Illidan, well, he just tried to farm. Now he's dead. Rocket's still flying out, but no one's really there to respond to this, or to make something out of this, even if it's connected. Do make it a 1-for-1 trade. Still in favor of SFT, seeing how they brought down the highest farm on the map. And seeing also how Saxa got the kill. At the same time, we can argue that it's a good thing, because look at his quick buy, he's actually building a Midas. Oh man. Anything that can help him get to this item. Also help him get to any further item afterwards. Both of these teams play very deliberate Dota. Both teams yeah, they're not just running into things and not just YOLOing it, they're just like, alright, what do we need to do? What is safe to do? Alright, shut down Phantom Lancer when he's farming alone. Alright, let's do that. Don't see anyone? Alright. Defensive. Under our tower. Say that though, Invoker gets got out. Cast his curse, I'm sorry. That was a 5-minute smoke gang, he's tanking it. It's done for 50 seconds now, and this should also leave this tier 2 up for grabs. I'm not sure if Illidan's strong enough yet to really fight against this. I really don't think he is, but it turns out they don't want to fight it. Because they have other things in mind. That's gonna be a Roshan. Ice Blast coming through. We'll hit on everybody inside, just barely. Rocket Flare to follow, everyone half health. They can find a hookshot in right now, they could maybe do something with it, but don't quite find the angle. At the same time, it's also scary enough for them to be forced out of the pit for now. Another Ice Blast in 10 seconds, Invoker will also be back in time, so this attempt was prevented. As a result, SFT, well, came out for the better there. Like, smoking, only losing one, but no further objectives. But it is another stepping stone in the right direction, especially for Tomato. Right, the stronger he gets, the harder it will be to deal with him. Even if he do get the dooms consistently, eventually he will find it in him to build a Lincoln Sphere. I'm pretty sure, or one of his teammates. Oh, we are. Gotta be careful. Incoming. They want to secure this area, just get rushed themselves. I don't think they have an easy time doing it here with Qualswax Invoker. Firecopter just finish up his axe. He's going BKB next, I would imagine. Mikra going for an axe himself, and he hasn't completed. Alright, very early one. At the same time, the other option, only other option would have been a blade mail. And yeah, I like the Axe and Clockwork. It's a great item. It's down to a 12-second cooldown, so you can throw it out whenever, without really having to worry about not having it. Especially when you think about the Roche Pit, I guess. Having that available, just hookshot in, cogs, pull stuff out, wait a couple of seconds, do the same thing again. It can create a lot of chaos. We are with the Blink Cannon for a while, going for 4 stuff as his own. Kazu. Upgraded Solar Crest, 4 staff, lads. No Necrobook builds, so no complete Zoo strategy. Did go for the Talon with the extra balls. So that's that. Oh, this kind of reminds me of the other games, of the first game from Tuho, where all of the eggs are being put into one basket. In that game it was Qualifier and the Alchemist. In this game it's sort of Tomato. Looking up a lot of the farm on the map. Cancel is taking the rest. And he's the one who has the Linked Sphere popped up. Obviously he is as susceptible, if not more, to a Doom as Tomato is, so would make sense for the Queen of Pain. Much more natural item pickup for her than it is for Phantom Lancer. In this time around, he's going for the Aghanim Scepter instead of the Orchid. Makes sense here, seeing how this already yields on Co-op and the Star and Phantom Lancer. And the others aren't really worth silencing for the most part, unless it's the Sand King, I guess. Maybe then you can force off and blink out and be fine, so it's... Orchid's not going to be as effective in this game, so just going straight for the Axe. Having the ability to just cycle through spells later, especially if you find another great cogs, like Nick was able to find earlier. It's so hard to solo cast these games. Nothing's really happening in terms of kills. The team is just trying to stay safe. They have better defensive vision wards up here on the Radiant side. A little bit more offensive on a Dire here. There's this one on mid and this one up on the Shrine. Both teams have wards, just keep an eye on Roche, or wards and or other vision tools. Right? You also have the Clockwork, obviously. With the Rocket Flare and Beastmaster with the Hawks. Build them just with a drive-by. That's a little cool little thing. Just insta-kill it with your side gunner.
Boom, there it goes.
YesD on the hunt once again. And found anybody in quite a while. Oh. Found the Wii stack proving to be quite elusive. At this point you can settle for a Sand King kill, I guess. Got a blade on cooldown though, so Also, if you don't know where everyone else is, there's always the chance that something like this is a trap. Just knowing that you are off the map means that you can actually play a little bit more aggressively on these creep waves, just because Rocket is bugged. What? That is annoying. Not sure what Illidan could do to fix it though. I don't think it's a cosmetic issue. Cosmetic works fine for me. I'll try and click the rocket myself next time he throws it out. I know. Just quick reconnect. To go again, Nigma. Cancel up here. Finds the hookshot actually, but that will prevent the blink, especially with one of the results coming up, right? And a TP out. Just providing pressure. Almost good enough, right? Just keeping cancel away from
brutal, savage,
yeah.
wrecked.
Just keeping cancel away from creeps for as long as you can. Just with these kind of movements, just hookshot, make him force him to blink and TP out. Ooh. SDSC finds an opening. Nikwa coming in only now. Sunstrike, not on the money with the force off coming through. Even finds an invis rune. That is a bit annoying. He's also holding the gem. Oh, the hookshot still connecting Nikwa. Too late though. With the cogs. Cancel. Oh god. Blinks up as well. Very low on health. We'll find anything else here. Nikwa does have another hookshot. Rockets flying. Not gonna be enough to kill cancel here, but because he blinked to the shrine. Else, I'm not sure. It is max level rockets. Can do a surprising amount of damage if you're not careful. Would have been a great opportunity. Not just to kill cancel, but also Tomato. Like these force offs from his teammates definitely saved his life, and one of the gem too. He was holding it. And stands unable to quite get the last bit of control in. Ancient Apparition and Clockwork just battling for last hits with the global abilities. Look at this now though, gonna try again. Just saw the Ice Blast fly, so that's a cooldown for another 15 seconds. They don't have the fastest roach in the world, so they need to try and fight a fight beforehand, and they're gonna go for Illidan. Pops the BKB, turn things around onto Tomato, meanwhile the hookshot onto cancel, keeping away, dropping the lower tops, and also with a tornado. The Raw will keep Gyrocopter locked up a little bit. SDSD in the back, but Epicenter being channeled up by Weeha, looking for the burst strike. He'll find it on the right target. There's SDSD down, Illidan also super slow by Saxa, but another hookshot here. Rockets also flying, Sunstrike on the money this time. Kazu forced up cross, but that kills him on the cogs. Oh wow, look at this Lich, almost there. One more rocket will do the trick, double kill for Thompson, and now they're looking for more. Leg spike, sorry. Tomato next on the list, caught with the gold snap. With the urn as well, he mentored off Tornado. MP. Doppelganger. Also so low, it should be easy enough to click the right one. There it is, Thompson. Gets another one, they do lose Illidan. A little bit to hand, they do recover the gem though, by the looks of it. Yeah, Clockwork. That's in his inventory. That's what they were looking for. That's even worth giving up your carry for. Getting that gem, getting a tier 2 on top of that, and Thompson, he's starting to burn more and more. He's on fire. That's what I'm trying to say. Max Exhort now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So he finds a region rune, so that puts them up to max mana again. Super useful. Strike, cancel. He's not having a fun time against us. You just TP here, down to half health already. There's no easy ways of healing that up quickly. SDSD meanwhile up top. Rod here. Goes down to Doom. Yeah, he knows he's dead. Oh, they can get a kill off of it though. Ice Blast will have finished him off. Forcing out another roll. It's not the longest cooldown, so it's not the end of the world. Using that spell to make sure, but yeah. That was SDSD just trying to farm and then being caught out. A little bit too deep. But again, at least packs it with the extra snipe. Himself has the 4 staff too, so. How many 4 stars are there in this game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Darkseid could also build 1 if he wants to. Right now he's focusing on other things. Wants to have the Pipe of Insight up against all those magic damage coming through. Definitely a useful item to have. Anything you can mitigate from coming from the Invoker can only be useful. My last victory. We stack bot. Got themselves up to about a 5k gold lead. After that, it's down to about 2k. The SFT. Cool, calm, and collected once again. Not that they have to deal with the farm Phantom Lancer, but they have the tools and the confidence to do just that. Yeah, also here doesn't really want to go BKB. It's the other thing, he almost needs one in this game. But really benefit the illusions whatsoever. And in fact it counter, it makes it so that it's much more obvious obviously who the real Phantom Lancer is, so right clicks, when it's coming down to the right clicks, it can make a difference. That is just going full tanky. He does have the Skadi completed and now has the Butterfly queued up next. Might force out an MKB for Illidan right now. He does have Ultimate Orb, might be Skadi of his own. Can't really see anything else. I don't see Manta or Lincolns or something. I don't think there's much of a point for him. Alright. Roshan has still not fallen throughout all of this. 2 attempts were made by Dire's side and bring the big guy down, but so far, no luck. Same time SFT, they don't have the fastest Roche lineup either. But taking in that Gyrocopter, the more levels he gets, the more items he gets, the more damage starts to build up. Same from the Voker, right? You're pretty much max level. Can do a decent amount if you go press the E button a couple of times. But now they're smoked up. It will break. Couple of ops being planted. Now the Doom comes out. This time again on the real Phantom Lancer. Burst it down for the most part. They also get the Sand King, and now they really want to get the skill. I want to prevent the deny, and they do. Not enough heals. Cancel. By the hook shot on the other direction, but unable to find anything. Now this is the opening that they need. They have a decent amount of damage, as I just said. Not the fastest, but also not the slowest, but they definitely need these kind of pickups to ensure that they don't get screwed trying to go for this. So Lackery on Illidan. Doesn't affect the side gunner, I believe. But it will help the actual hero. It does affect the side gunner in the damage department, not the attack speed department. Yeah. It is. The age is now in the hands of the Gyrocopter. The Wii stack, surely they have to start sweating a little bit now, right? Game all of a sudden not really going all that well for them. One lane being defended, and now another fight breaks out in the middle. Illidan brought up, but Saxa left for dead. It's another one down. Can't even really call it a fight, can you? Now another opening. Where do we want to go? Bottom lane would be a good one. Middle lane is all he has, all the other tier towers claimed. Bottom has 2 juicy targets to bring down. Kazu also has to be careful even with that Shadow Blade. Is anyone actually holding the gem right now? Yeah, the Doom. So if the Doom catches him, then Doom won't protect him. TV's out. SFT, again, looking good. Playing their way into this game, and even though they're only slightly ahead in terms of the metrics, feels like they have the momentum squarely on the side, just with the Aegis in hand as well. They have to deal with the split push though. And we'll get the tier 1, but middle lane is being pushed in by Cancel. Maru found an Invitational also sticking around, just trying to react. Top lane at the same time also being taken care of, but do they care? They just took 2 towers in the span of a couple of seconds, and now they're threatening high ground, and this is something that the Wii stack cannot match them with. And that's even through, look at this, even through the ice armor. Nothing so low. The Dire Courier dies. Or does it? No, that's the Dire Courier. The Rain Courier dies. Anyway, we'll take a look at that later as Tier 3 is dead. I'm looking for the melee barracks. Can they stop this? The roar comes through as BKB comes out, so no follow-up down. Choke shot on 2. Into the ice blast. Into the doom once again. Tomato. They keep catching him. And he is dead. Down for the count. No buyback. We have next one on the list. Cancel. Trying to bring anyone down. They find Paxu, but, well, what else? Yield Scepter. Cold Snap, though, will prevent the blink. He does have buyback. So does Weeha. Tanking already used his. Illidan, well, he's fine if he dies right now. He does have the Aegis. He can come right back. But Weeha, hook shot again. Cox, not coming out just yet. Instead, the 4-staff. Tornado. Keeping Cancel at bay here. Blinks back into towards the CSC, and Nikowo just buying time for the front line. Illidan. Hills is working away at the tower as Kazu triggers the Aegis. Rest of his team refocusing now. They're kind of low on health. You need Illidan as the front liner now. Another Tornado. And the tower. EMP. It's so hard to fight into the stops and Invoker. Gonna try again here. Burst Strike, BKB, Lotus Orb, everything. That's the second set of rags. We are cancel all of them. You have to be so careful not to just straight up die going into this. SFTe-sports. So patient throughout this entire game. It's doing exactly what they need to do. Find the farm, find the pickoffs. STST, absolute MVP this game, no matter what happens. Finding the Doom on Phantom Lancer, invariably, every single time. Tomato, he might have 20k net worth, but it's never really been a factor, and now cancel. Next one, Listia, another 4-star back into the cogs. He's getting brought down. We are trying to help, but now he's dying back. Both of these heroes. Down and out. The only one with buyback is Kazu. One saving grace is that they still have a tier 2 up top, so they cannot be megged. But SFT, it looks like they might just want to end it right here, right now. Tomato. Shows what you can do. No Doom available for 25 seconds. Now it's his time to shine. Can he do it though? It's incredibly hard. Especially with Illidan. Another BKB. Black Cannon going. Cleaning through these illusions like they're paper. That's the tier 4 down. Thompson. In front, together with STST, Cold Snap, everything, forcing them all the way back into the base. Another meatball, deafening blast, keeping them away. STST dropping lower and lower. BKB from Kazu helping out. They will get that kill eventually. But there's a hook shot. Next one taking over. The Cogs, Timao, down to very low health points. He has to walk back. He has to stand in base. Meanwhile, Thompson, what is he doing? Got a right click. Alright, it's like he was disarmed. Ivy from a CSC, comes right back in with the Butcher Travel. They want to end this right now. I don't think what's about to stop. I don't think anything can stop them right now. Tomato, he cannot fight this. He still cannot fight this. Now he's doomed again. The bane of his existence in this game. And the GG is called. It is SFTe-sports, who will punch their ticket to the Starlet I-League Invitational European Close Qualifiers. Ooh. What a game. What a game. SFTe-sports. That's a team to watch. And we all know Illidan, we all know Nikwa. But Paxu, Thompson, STSD, maybe lesser known names, but they all know what they're doing. They can play some good Dota. They showed it here today. Thompson on the Invoker. Here's some other heroes as well that they can excel on just as well. And STSD and Doom in this game in particular. Even the last game on the Spirit Breaker, did some really good work just creating space all around. But in this game, he just won the game. Every single time, every single team fight. They start off with the Doom or Tomato. They always find the right one. They bring him down. There's nothing he can do. And as a result, if you want to look at the net worth just being pitted against each other, that's most of the net worth on your team just missing, straight up missing in each individual team fight. And that's something that the Wii stack could not handle. They're dropping out. SFTe-sports, move on. Thank you guys very much for watching. That concludes the broadcast here for today, at least for the EU side. I think this NA or NA should be coming up soonish. Double check that for you. It'll be coming up right now, actually, at the top of the hour. That'll be someone else doing the Michael Orr's schedule for it. So I'm gonna hop off the stream for a little bit, or in a little bit. But before that, once again, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cast. You can follow me on Twitter at DragonDropDota. I will be back tomorrow for some SEA games, PGL group stages. That'll be over on BTS1. And in the evening, I'll also doing another series in the Well-Play Invitational. So plenty of games for me. You can follow me there if you enjoyed the cast. If not, well, you can still follow me on Twitter and yell at me about it. In the meantime, thank you guys very much once again, and see you next time.